Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword, a game about shaking your Wii remote to the point you give yourself arthritis. It was released back in 2011 on November 18th. The game itself is a masterpiece, polished to perfection, loved by all, and very immersive with its revolutionary combat. Speaking of music, did you know if you take Ballad of the Goddess and put it in reverse, you get Zelda's Lullaby? So, why was it not enjoyed by many? Well, it's because of this. This game stands among masterpieces such as Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, A Link to the Past, and Zelda 1. That's some good stuff right there. Somehow, I always feel like Skyward Sword can stand with those critically acclaimed games with its own unique charm and nostalgia. The painting-like art style that tries to recreate art styles used in the Impressionist era, and music that captivates and inspires you to go on this wondrous journey. Characters in this game stand out, in a good way. Zelda in this game actually seems like a normal human being, and someone I would like to save. Link is, well, Link, but cooler, I guess, I don't know. And Groose. This man, Groose makes this game a 20 out of 10. Just look at that Sigma energy. Just by looking at him, you can tell he has a quintrillionaire mindset. Groose gets 3 music tracks that belong to him and him only. Not to mention, he has character development, which is non-existent in Legend of Zelda. But what makes this game truly great is the world and music that coexist in the world of Skyward Sword. It's almost like without the music, this game's world wouldn't exist. Just listen to the theme of Skyloft. It's so inviting, it makes the basic hub world feel like you're living among the deformed NPCs. Just enjoying life. Motion controls. It's a love-hate relationship, and as much as I love dislocating my arm as much as the next person, it gets a bit annoying after the first dungeon. The motion controls during combat is what gets people to turn it off and go play Twilight Princess instead. But honestly, the sword fighting is what makes this game unique. It makes fighting the most basic enemies more engaging, except for when they read your inputs like, bruh, quit it! Quit it! Learning the moves is quite an experience too, like learning how to consistently land that stab move, and then Fee, competitor to Navi, constantly bothering you when your Wii remote is low on battery or making sure you take your heart medicine in the next 30 minutes. I think the main reason why people were so discontent with the game was because it was different. And people don't like different stuff. It rubbed them the wrong way and they missed out on an excellent game. Before I heard the game was coming to Switch, I was expecting and hoping for more info on Breath of the Wild 2 at the Direct. But when I saw Skyward Sword, my face did the Squidward Tonight face. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was finally here, an official Skyward Sword remake, and now it's playable in handheld mode too. Oh my god. This was an immediate red flag. $60? Even though I was a little disappointed knowing Nintendo already messed up with the Mario 3D All-Stars thing, I still gave them my money. And as expected, the remake wasn't all that exciting. It was nice to play on the Switch and play anywhere, but it was still a $60 game and I was expecting a little more content. You know, my idea for extra content was a Groose mode, where Link is replaced by Groose and Link takes the role of Groose. But of course, Link can't talk. So I guess it would be silent bullying? I don't know. But you get to play as Groose, wield the Master Sword as Groose, you could be Groose as Groose. But unfortunately, I couldn't tell my uncle at Nintendo to implement it into the game, so my wonderful idea will never see the light of day. Also, the whole amiibo thing is just kind of annoying anyways. If it's gonna be your first time playing Skyward Sword, I would recommend you just use Dolphin in the anime 4K realistic 8K graphics 180p. So just emulate... I'm just kidding. Emulating is much more of a pain anyways, and I think experiencing the motion controls is all worth it. Well, that's my Skyward Sword rant. May have been sort of biased, but I don't care. I think it was pretty good. It was great experiencing this game again and listening to all the wonderful music that was created. I give this game a 9 out of 10. Now where Breath of...